One of the big reasons why a lot of brown and black women have issues dating is because they also want another brown and black man. And they limit their dating pool. Should you date outside of your race?
I think you should date everyone. And I think that the best man should win. And I think that when you open up yourself to everyone, I've run the numbers, you 7x your chance of finding love.
One of the big reasons.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
All right. So that was the first clip I wanted to play, but I'll play the second clip. Okay, so I'll just introduce the second one. All right. Hey, what's going on, family? This side for No Pics Podcast.
Hey guys, Angie here.
Hey, it's Chelsea.
It's your man Gio.
All right. So this is my question, right? So, all right. Do I want to play the next clip or do I want to ask the question first? You know what? I'll ask the question first. No, you know what? I'll play the next clip before I ask the question. All right.
Less than 1% of white men in America have a black wife. And it's been over 50 years they've had access to. So I'm like, find me the equivalent of a, we've seen divestors in this world, and black women are very vocal about who they want to be with. I see nothing wrong with that. Find me the equivalent of a white male group who was pushing white men expanding their options to black women. Find me the equivalent of Asian men who were going online and trying to encourage Asian men to expand their options. Find me the equivalent of Hispanic men who were encouraging other Hispanic men to expand their options to black women. It doesn't happen. So that's what I'm trying to say. And I'm not saying, we obviously know less than 1% of white.
All right. So this is my question for this segment right here. Do you think black women even have the option to date non-black men? I'm gonna ask this question to. I gotta ask this to Angie first. So all right, so Angie. So,
You definitely said Gio.
Yeah.
But go on.
I meant to say Angie. You know what? No. I'm gonna ask G. I'm gonna ask G first. All right, Gio. Do you think about our experience at LaSalle, right?
Oh.
Do you think black? They mentioned
That's
brown
not
and
fair
black women
because majority of the women there weren't black. So what is your question?
Okay,
about?
well, in general, you
Okay.
you had a whole experience outside of LaSalle, right? So just in your personal experience and your personal, purview on life, do you think black women have the option to date out in mass?
The excuse me. The question kind of is confusing because you're saying, do they have the option? Yeah, you got the option.
Yeah.
I don't is there interest? I don't believe so. I don't believe there's as much interest in them.
Wait. Do you think, or so are you saying that the other groups don't have interest in black women, or black women don't have interest in other men?
The other groups don't have the interest in black women
then they don't have the option. Then that answers my question.
No. So
I don't think.
No. So like when you ask, do they have the option? You can date whatever you can pursue or look outside.
Seriously date and court and marry. Do you think black women have the option to seriously date, court, and marry non-black men?
No, yes, I think they have the options. I just don't think that the number of interest is there as they might perceive it to be. Okay. So I think that there's a misconception about the opportunity. I think this is an example of the grass is greener on the other side, right? They think that black men are trash, and that's kind of the narrative. And so right. I'm gonna date outside your race, right? But the reality of it is the American perception of black people is the same. So like we think black men and black women are trash. You just don't happen to be a black man, so you don't look at yourself that way. But all of Americans think that about African Americans. So when you go over there, they're gonna be like, "Look at that trashy black woman. I'll sleep with you. Right. I'll use you as an experience because I want to know what it's like. But if I'm looking to build my family, if I'm on the other side of the options on the other side, I don't think that they're looking at black women as their ideal mates. I think they're looking at them as loud, as bossy.
You're not going home to meet the parents.
So let me ask this. Do you think, take a average random black man and an average random black woman, who do you think has a higher percentage possibility of dating out? A black man or a black woman?
Well, it's a numbers game. It's more women than men, so the men, obviously.
Wait, that doesn't make sense because if there was more women, then you would think more women have the option to date out than men.
No, so it's more. So men have a wider dating pool because
Right.
there are
That's what he's
more
saying.
women than there are men. So the men have more likely
Options.
options.
So,
Also,
okay, I see what you're
al-
saying.
also because of the social dynamics, lower class, well, middle to lower class white women will date outside of their race, to kind of go rebel, right? So there's kind of like there's more overlap where
Right.
there's only a small number of men, black men, who are going to be in a certain percentage where most of their partners, people around them, are going to be white. So that
Fair,
that
fair.
number is skewed in that way, and then the other
Okay.
way, the more you come down the pole, more and more white women are going to be closer to black
Okay.
men.
So
because
black
they're
men have
poor.
a better option than
Black
black
men have
women.
a better
Okay,
option
okay.
than
All right. So before I ask Ange, obviously Ange is the subject matter expert on this conversation. Let me ask
Am
you,
I?
Chels. I
know
mean,
I'm
you the
not
black woman.
because I don't
You the
date
black
outside
woman.
my race. Oh.
So, well, I mean, I guess it's an uncomfortable question, but listen, this is what we do. We on No Picks podcast. We say uncomfortable stuff, right?
It
So,
gets
I mean,
uncomfortable.
you
so
do.
Right. You make it uncomfortable.
all right. So,
We were all
all
quite
right.
cozy until you got here.
So, shit. I don't even know. I don't even know what to say to not put this chick in a tough spot. So, all right, just answer the goddamn question. You could do a bullshit answer if you want, but
No, yeah.
so
So yeah, what's your take on like just interracial dating as a
yeah, who
whole?
should,
Like, do you
yeah,
think
that's a
that
better
like
question. What's your take on interracial dating?
I mean, I'm fine with it. I've
Okay.
always just dated whoever based on
Okay.
who they are as a person, not their race.
well, more so the intentionality. Like, I'm not sure of your race, but is there? I think the person lady asked of it like, show me examples. Whatever race you are, is it common for people to push? Like, is anybody saying like you should go date black men? Like, do you hear that in other communities and in your experiences, as like you would hear it versus what else? Like, oh, you should go date white men because black men are trash.
No,
That's a
so
good
I'm,
question.
I'm half Asian.
Okay.
So I've been told that I should be finding an Asian man.
Okay, I've heard that about Asian families.
Yeah.
Before.
Asian, I feel like culture typically wants you to stay.
Be with Asian, or if you're not gonna be with Asian, you should be with a white person.
Yeah.
That's what I've heard anyway.
But isn't that all cultures outside of black?
I mean, I guess we got to get more cultures on this bitch.
Like, no, like I thought that would be the consensus. Like the Hispanics, especially like
Yeah.
the non.
If they don't want
Hispanics.
to be what they own, they'll be with a white person.
Yeah, be with a white. Like,
Basically.
just
Yeah.
don't be with them niggas though.
Yeah.
Anybody
It's
with them
too
niggas
dominant.
though.
It's too strong, y'all.
Yeah.
You would put too much into the mix. Like if it's a white
Right.
person, it's like it's a little white. But when you put some
Yeah.
black in it, like we here,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
too strong.
All right, so
Ange,
what's your thought? What's your thoughts on who? All right, do you think black women even have the option to date out as much as they talk about?
I agree with what Gio said in that yes, we could date out, but it wouldn't if we're talking about dating with intentions to be married. I think that's where the misconception comes in. I think black women are fantasized by other races, and I think that can often be confused
Right.
with the likelihood of
Yeah.
being
Yeah.
something, but it's not actually. You're actually just being fantasized and played with, and you're never
Yeah.
coming back to Conshohocken to meet my parents. So
Yeah. 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 So all right. So let me chime in with this. Right. All right. All right. At LaSalle, both of y'all probably can attest, right? That like, listen, I was cool with. I went the long way with some white people. Like I was cool with the white dudes too. Like I was
Right.
listen. G was my homie. Like listen, we went hard. Me and G went hard. I had some solid ass black friends. I had some solid ass white friends. Right. To the point where it was a choice at one point to where like, hey, do you want to be Sterling's roommate or do you want to be Kevin's roommate? Kevin was the white boy from Jersey, right? The chubby white boy. I don't know if y'all remember him, but and I chose Kevin because I was like, I don't know if I could live with Sterling, right? Sterling was a little like, I mean, I love Sterling, don't get me wrong, but I was like, you're a little annoying with certain shit, right? And so I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna live with Kevin, right? So it was like, so there was definitely, I never felt like it was like I had to choose between the two. I was just friends with all groups, right? G, you see me, right? And you see me,
yeah,
so so I can say this with like some certainty, right? So all right, so when I would go to parties,
He about to
right,
say
with the white dudes, right? Gio wasn't around, Brian wasn't around, Larry wasn't, nobody was around. It's just me, Jeremy, Trevin, maybe Kobe, right? And we go to one of these like random frat parties, and it was, let's just say it was 10 women in the spot before people start coming through. We all drinking cheap ass beer and jungle juice, all that cheap ass shit that we used to drink. And there was 10 women total in there. 7 of them were white, 3 of them was black, right? Were black. To the white dudes, there would only be 7 women there. There wouldn't be 10 women there because they didn't see the other 3. They didn't see the 3 black women that were there. So to them, to regular random middle of America white dudes, unless you're exceptionally beautiful, they don't even see y'all. And that's how crazy when I hear this stuff online talking about some, oh my God, we could just date out, blah, blah. The vast majority of y'all can't date out. Y'all just fucking can't because they don't even see y'all. They will let y'all suck them off and bang y'all in a random hotel room somewhere, but they're not wifing y'all, right? So, and there's an exception to that rule. The exception is there's some women that we went to college with, both of y'all know. Somebody like Dorothy, the chick that was the lacrosse chick.
First of all, she was gorgeous.
You have to be, as a black woman, you got to be exceptionally beautiful.
Yeah,
for
but she
these
wasn't
people
even
to
all
look
black
at
though. She was mixed.
she was like half white or some shit like that, I
Yeah.
believe, right? But she was technically black, right? Like we look
Well,
at her
yeah,
as
one
black. She's
drop
just
and
light
you're
skinned
in.
black shit, right?
Oh, yeah. No,
But-
yeah, she knew what it was. She gave a head nod when it was time. She knew what it was. What's up, Dorothy?
Yeah,
She knew.
yeah, 100%.
She knew.
But
yeah,
a chick like that is a chick that could pass in that society.
Yeah,
because,
she married a white man.
listen, that does not surprise me at all because she has access to that shit because she was exceptionally beautiful and she was half white. So it was like, okay, cool. But most and those black women aren't even really accepted in black society because what do black women say about those? Oh, they white. They ain't one of us. Y'all not like us. They not like us. They like
as soon as she married a white guy, I knew it.
Right? They knew it. They knew it, right?
I knew it.
The issue, the thing is, there's a handful of them chicks that could do that shit. But the regular run in the mill, the people that we grew up with, and they don't fit in with that crowd. They don't fit in with random middle of America white dudes.
Right.
So they're like when these black women like the chick that we just saw in the clip, if she say, hey, I'm dating out, you don't have the option to date out. Same thing with K Michelle. K Michelle talking about some, yo, we dating out. I'm gonna start dating out. I'm interested in white dudes. Chick, you ain't of that ilk of chick that can get that. You're not capable of getting those dudes.
Well, they are, but I think that they think the expectations are going to be different. They expecting that they like the white men are going to do something different besides take them out and fuck them like we do. So they like, oh no, he gonna marry me. No,
he's not gonna marry you.
Little Billy is going to do the exact same thing little Tyrone is going to do. He's going to entertain you up until the point to where you are willing to let him put his penis inside of you.
Yes,
and then he's going to remove himself.
Like, but her, K Michelle's best chance at love is with a black man. If she's out here thinking, or a white dude that's broke. But the issue is when a lot of these black chicks talk about, oh, well, we gonna date white dudes. The implication is they're gonna date up. They're gonna leave a $50,000 a year black dude and get like a $200,000 a year white dude. That shit ain't happening. These dudes ain't coming here to save you. No, if you do get a white dude, he's going to be a $50,000 or $40,000 a year white dude. You're not getting no. Then you're not getting Leo. You're not leaving me and you and going get Leo. That's not happening.
Well, so, but I think that again that goes into the misconception and in the kind of the self-hatred, right? Being American, you are programmed to look at black people a certain way. And like I want you guys to think about it and become aware of it, right? But like we are, and we're victims of that as well. So like for the women, we looking at like black men are trash. I think I saw somebody talk about it, bro. I've never seen a Mexican woman like talk bad about Mexican
women. Listen,
I've never seen like
Hispanic men, bro. make less than black men per capita, but
Never,
their women
I've
are not
never
on some. Oh, we
seen
don't
like.
need these niggas. These niggas is broke. They do not talk about that shit, bro.
But that's literally a part of the divisive nature of the government, right? Like we're the group. You need a group to be poor. You need a group that's going to like. You just in capitalism, you need that. You need a consumer people. If you can keep the black people, right? If you keep people divided, right? One without male, a male is going to protect you in your household from capitalism too.
Right.
So the lack of male, right, representation is a is a direct lack of protection, right, and that same lack of protection has come to the projection of hatred onto men, right, because now like they've literally have turned our women against us. Our
They
most
ain't got
powerful
me,
ass.
Gio. They do not
I,
have me.
well, Angie, listen, but you
I love
grew up
y'all.
with a black father, so you
Oh.
understand. You know.
Yeah.
You know the value of all of that. You like when you go back, and I always say this shit, bro. When you grow up in structure, it's easy to go back to it when you go away from it. Right. So when you grow up and you have that like that natural love. But main thing when we talking about the date, and I'm sorry, dating out the race,
Yeah.
that goes back to that self-hatred, right? When you're looking at like if most of these women that are saying that they don't love their daddy. Like you know what I'm saying? Like they
I
don't.
would
They
agree,
it's
yeah.
not like if they looking like yo, because like if you looking and you look at your dad and like yo, I love that dude. I'm my man gonna be like that.
Period.
Bro.
You know what I'm saying?
When I
He go like that's how my man gonna be.
Block
You know
that
what I'm saying?
T.
Yeah. No real
when
shit. But that's the game. So like if you
right.
never saw it, you like yo, you know what? I can't. Black men are just trash, and like there's no self evaluation. So that it
Bro,
really is sad.
when I watch these videos of these chicks on TikTok being like, "Oh well, we can just date out. We don't need these black men. You know, these white dudes will just take care of us. You know, they don't want to go 50-50." I'll be like, "Are y'all for take
Bro,
care of you?" Like I'll be like,
it's
"Are
like
y'all for
4 women
real?
from
Like y'all have
LaSalle.
zero chance of being with these white dudes. The white dudes that y'all can get, the one there's a chick on Facebook that went viral for being in a relationship with a white dude. So she had a so she has a couple kids with a white dude. Her first baby dad was a black dude. So her whole channel was she did a whole interview with Tasha K. I don't know, y'all know who Tasha K is, right? But I saw that interview and she was basically like, "Yo, black men ain't shit, blah blah. That's why I got myself a white man." But guess what? She was championing the white dude as being like, "Yo, he's so much better. He took me. He moved me to Hawaii. He did this. He did that. He's so much better than my black baby dad. I married this white dude. This black dude didn't want to marry me. Blah blah blah." They got into an argument live on like Facebook or whatever, and she was like, "Why don't you?" She was talking to she's like talking to him on the joint. She's like, "Why don't you tell the people that all this stuff is because of me." I pay for all this stuff. I pay for us to move out to here. I pay for the for the Rolls Royce, not Rolls Royce, for the Range Rover that we drive. I did this, I did that, I did this. She's like, and you don't even take care of your other kids that you had previous to me. So how about we tell the people that? How about we tell the people that? But she was out here championing this dude as if he was like this like upper like that she left a broke ass black dude and just met this rich ass white dude, and now she's crushing it and living this fucking fantastic life, but it was all cap. So she left a broke white dude, a broke black dude, and got a broke white dude. And it was no like it's like, and you taking care of this nigga. So, but because he's white, it's somehow like she felt better about it. I guess like, okay, I ain't gonna take care of this broke nigga, but I'll take care of this broke white dude, and we could live a life together. We could do this, we could do that, and it was just like, bro, like it's never the case when these chicks talk about like, oh, let's date out and date up. Okay, cool. It's never the case where they leave a $60,000 a year black man to go get a $2,300,000 a year white dude. No, they leave a $60,000 a year black man and go get a $40,000 a year white dude, but the white dude is white. So it's like, oh well, who cares? Now
It's just
it's about love.
unrealistic though, right? Like you only date to the people that you're exposed to. So
Yes.
you like, yo, I'm gonna date out. That you're literally saying I'm gonna go out my way to go into spaces where I'm not comfortable, where I don't know stuff, where I don't know people, to go out, and that's fine. But like you thinking that you're gonna make a connection with somebody like that, like most of your connections after school is at work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's online, etc. So again, like if you aren't running into these type of people, if you haven't dated a white person before, it's probably because you don't hang around or have similar interests to white people.
Take the race out. Right? Everybody on this panel can attest. Rubbing shoulders with somebody that make $30,000 a year is different than rubbing shoulders with somebody that make $100,000 a year. Those are two completely different people.
Dog, you like if you ain't never been around,
comfortable around $100,000 a year, nigga. It may rub you the wrong way. You talking about her eating steakums, and this nigga's talking about eating steak.
It's different conversations, bro.
It's two different conversations. Like we not even having the same conversation.
That's what they don't expect. They thinking I'm gonna go in there with my ass out and I'm looking pretty, and he gonna be like, he's gonna say something, right? That's gonna let him know that you have no idea that you cannot be accepted into his world.
Yes, like you're.
Right? You know what that question is, G? You know what that question is? How do you eat your fucking steak? How do you cook your steak?
Well done.
When they say well done, you know what white motherfuckers say? I'm taking that bitch to McDonald's, nigga.
Yeah,
This
she's
bitch.
done.
So she don't know no better anyway. She has no idea how to eat
try
steak.
to weld. She gonna cook this fucking what is it? What's that? I don't even eat steak.
Kobe
steak.
She gonna eat this Kobe
the OB,
steak
the
well
Kobe
done.
beef.
Wagyu.
The wagyu. You gonna eat the wagyu? Well done. Fucking savage. I'm taking her to 7-Eleven and I'm gonna fuck her in the gas station parking lot. This bitch is getting a Four Locos, a Black and Mild.
Black and Mild is crazy.
This bitch getting a Four Locos, a Black and Mild. And a fucking $25 gift card to CVS tomorrow.
And the 2 hot dogs for $3. Like that's
Oh my God. Gio said Four Loko and Black and Mild.
Fucking unsavage bitch. I ain't taking it. But I do want to know what that pussy like, so I'm gonna fuck it up.
Yeah, they don't care that they gonna definitely do that. Like
one time is fine with me. One time.
Bro. Yo, listen, let me.
But they don't think he think like that. I nigga thinking just like that, bro. He just 100%. He a nigga. He just like me.
He not gonna say it though. He just gonna ghost you. He gonna be like, oh well, I got stuff going on. I had to pay my taxes.
He not even gonna say that.
He gonna be like, I had to feed the ducks at the park.
Man, he's never going to see you again. You're never going to be walking down his block just randomly.
Let me say this: the average black chick thinking that she could just date out and get the average white dude, she's sadly mistaken, bro. Like when I tell you, I've been around these listen, I'm not saying nothing that's not true. Y'all both see me. I've hung with these motherfuckers for years. I've been in their personal spaces. I seen it. I seen this shit. When I tell you they don't even actually see y'all, they fucking don't, bro. Like they genuinely be like, yo, I've seen them dap each other up like, yeah, we got 7 chicks in here to choose from. I'm like counting. I'm not a fucking rocket scientist. But
or I saw 10 sets of titties with this one.
But they carry the 4.
They truly don't see y'all, yo. Like that. And I'm not talking about the white dudes who are like super hood. That's like, oh, okay, I'm just about that. Like, I'm talking about the regular white dudes that never like that's. I mean that eat a steak and the blood drips into their mashed potatoes and they mix the blood with the mashed potatoes. Those the white dudes I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's
they
not
don't
blood,
like,
by the way, but it's okay.
It's definitely blood, 100%. Like, what are you talking about, nigga? Like, what is it?
They said it's not blood. It's like it's some fucking fluid or some shit.
It's blood.
They
what?
drain the blood from
when
the
you
steak.
when you cook a
It's
steak,
like a fluid, right?
That's not blood.
I thought it was like. Look it up. This is another conversation. I'm sorry. Look it up.
Because what?
I swear, I think it's like lysine or something like that. It's like a it's like a combination of like fluid and shit.
I think you're talking about brushing your teeth. That's called Listerine.
Nah, nigga. All right, nah, man. Don't be distracted. This. Right, you said rocket science. My brain. You know, I'm. Yeah. Let's just get linked.
Well, listen. Let us know what y'all think, family. Like, comment, subscribe, and until next time.
That's it.
Yo, I'm still.